Hey, good people, welcome to Russ Can Fly. It's time to fly to another airport, Gettysburg Regional. Let's get it! All right, so I did a little short video already to thank AB82, one of my Russ Can Fly members. This flight is made possible by him. I can't believe the giving spirit of many of you. And you know, some of it is just your time. You know, you guys take the time to watch these videos. I don't take that for granted at all. But AB82 reached out to Leading Edge and said, hey, I want to help Russ with a flight, and he did. And so here I am in Little Sammy. This flight is dedicated to you, brother AB82. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, so we are gonna go to Gettysburg Regional Airport. I've never been there. I believe it's about somewhere, it's gonna be an hour and a half, something like that. About 90, 95 nautical miles, I think. But yeah, so we're gonna, you know, get this engine started because somebody's been playing around with the thermostat. This temperature's been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. It's been crazy. So, but I want to get this engine started because it's a little chilly this morning. All right, so let's do it, and I'll see you on the other side of all of that. Clear prop.
All right. Didn't know if this was going to happen. Oh, that is really, really loud, people. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay. All right. So flap is up. We don't need to lean. Avionics are on. We got the weather. Transponder is 1200. All right, we'll check our brakes. And we'll go on up here and do a run up. Go up here a little bit. Brakes are good. All right, let's taxi on over to runway 5. So we are going to be flying west to Gettysburg Regional. It looks like it's going to be about an hour and 11 minutes. So what ought to be lots of fun. And again, I want to thank AB82 for your generous donation and making this flight possible. As I'm taxiing up to runway 5, you can see it by the sign up in front of us there. I'm going to do my run up and I'll see you on the other side. There's no one on the field, no one coming on final, and we are good to go. Doylestown traffic, Cessna 94006, departing runway 5 out to the southwest, Doylestown. All right, so let's go on up here and get ready to do what we do. Flaps are up, mixture is full, rich, carburetor heat is cold. All right, I see 5. All right, heels to the floor, full power. All right, engine instruments are in the green. Oil temp, oil pressure, suction, all look good. Airspeed is coming alive. Gotta watch out for these stupid birds. And we're off. Keeping the nose down just a little bit more than I normally do, just to get a little bit more lift. Everybody likes to take off on 5 because you look out here, you can see there's some fields. So if you have some issues, Doylestown traffic, Cessna 94006, left crosswind turn out to the west, last call, Doylestown. All right, so welcome back to Little Sammy. One of the things I hope I can get used to is this new avionics, this attitude indicator. So it's called the artificial horizon. So it's now glass, it's electronic. And so just trying to get used to that instrumentation. It is now 5 after 9. The flight plan has me getting ETA for Gettysburg Regional is 10:30. So about an hour, looks like an hour and a half flight. And one of the things that I'm starting to do now is, you know, is certainly think about doing a little longer flights, spending more time in the cockpit, because one of the things that I believe I need to do when I start my my actual instrument training for real, there's some longer legs that I have to do. All right, so we're climbing out. I mean, gosh, little Sammy is he's showing off today. We're climbing out, and I mean, I'm doing a cruise climb. I'm like climbing out at 80 knots, and he's climbing 500 feet a minute, which is nice. So yeah, we're going up to 6.5. It's nice and clear. So we're still climbing out. Got about 500 feet to go. We'll be cruising out at 6,500. Somebody asked me the other day, what is the highest I've ever been? The highest I've ever flown is 9,500 feet. That's when we flew to, me and wifey, when we flew to Martha's Vineyard. And the reason why I flew that high is because, well, there's class airspace, and I could have done 7.5, but I had to fly an even plus 500. So it was either 7,500 or 9,500. And, you know, because of the fact that we were over a little bit of water, I decided to, you know, make it a little higher. So I had a little bit more gliding distance. That way it gave wifey and I opportunity to put on our life vests if we had to make a water landing. And but if we had enough glide, the way I planned it, the way I flight plan is that we would, you know, be able to still reach land of some variety. But even then, I might reach land and still want to be, you know, close to the shore because there's no real place on the shore. So water would have still been an option, but just close to the land. But still, we want to have life preservers on. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at my exhaust gas temperatures here as I lean it out. And I'm also looking at my tack. And so if it starts to go down, that means it's getting too lean. And then I can go back up and make the mixture a little richer. In this airplane, I don't like to lean it out too aggressively because I don't want the engine to run too hot. Because a lot of people use this airplane, and it's a great, little Sammy's just so awesome. So I want people to always have access to, you know, this airplane for purposes of their training. And also just want to be a good steward, you know, take care of people's equipment. I think that's just good to do. You know, just because it doesn't belong to me doesn't mean I shouldn't take care of it as though it's mine. And so I do. I really do. I baby this airplane because I love it. It's made me such a better pilot. It's allowed me to build time and have experiences that if it wasn't around and didn't exist, I might not be able to do. And the reason why that is just because as I'm building my hours and learning, I'm still under 300 hours. I'm getting there, but that is still a relatively low time pilot. And so there's still things I really need to learn and figure out and experience. And little Sammy allows me to do that in a very user-friendly way. The instrumentation here is very easy to understand, easy to use. The flight characteristics are such that I really do have to stay on top of him because he is light and subject to winds and all that kind of stuff, which is good because it makes me stay focused on flying, my altitude, my speed, my attitude, all of those things. And I'm just grateful that the plane is available. And that's why AB82, your generosity is just so huge, because this flight puts me one step closer to being a good pilot. And I still have a long way to go. But, each flight I learned something. And little Sammy has been a phenomenal platform. All right, so everything seems to be good. I'm at 6,500 feet. I am flying my magenta line, 2,400 RPMs. EGT is looking pretty good. Oil temp, oil pressure is looking good. Suction is looking really good. And I'm definitely going to pick up some fuel. Just checking everything out. So we've got about 75 nautical miles to go. In about an hour based on our ground speed. And somebody asked me, you know, when you're flying in Little Sammy and you're only going 75 nautical miles over the ground, which is, I don't know, what, 85 miles per hour or something like that, do you get bored? It's like, no. Like, this is the ultimate riding in your car and just being able to experience it. Then this is what I see. This is my work area. This is my view. I mean, come on, really? Can you see me ever getting tired of seeing this? And this is still on the back end of winter. You know, imagine like spring and summer and fall, and just seeing this landscape change and what it looks like over time. Yeah, no, it never gets old. It really just doesn't. So yeah, it is quite amazing. All right, so one of the things I'm doing too is I'm using this GPS and just following this line and using this instrument here, keeping that centered. And anytime that line deviates, if it deviates to the right, then I go to the right. If it deviates to the left, then I go to the left. And again, I'm just trying to use instrumentation because that's what I'm going to be using, you know, when I fly instrument for real. You know, and getting this instrument rating, that I feel like, you know, there's a level of precision and proficiency that would make me a lot more comfortable flying people once I do that. We're still humming along at 70, about 77, 76 knots ground speed. And as you can see out here, it's just been clear, smooth as silk. One of the things about Little Sammy is if there's any wind, even a puff, I feel it. I mean, that's the only downside. You know, he's small. So, small but mighty. That's why I call him Little Sammy, as in Sammy Davis Jr. Small but mighty, powerful, performs like nobody's business. So that's why I started calling him Little Sammy. And, you know, but he's small. You can feel, I mean, he feels stuff. And I'm telling you, I mean, look at this. I mean, you know, it is just, I mean, I'm like literally hands off and there's nothing. No movement, you know. And I've got a little bit of a, I think of like a right quartering headwind. So, you know, every now and then I'll get pushed and I have to like correct to the right a little bit to stay on track, to keep my heading. Let's fix this heading indicator. And so what it looks like from flying this GPS, looks like I'm flying parallel to Route 23. North is that way, so, and I'm flying this way. So flying north, and then I see the juncture of 23 and 322. So just some folks, you know, folks who are from around here, that's where I am now. And in a couple shakes of a lamb's tail, and I don't know what that means. My dad used to say that all the time. I'll be flying over Lancaster Airport. So it'll be pretty much directly off the nose. So as we get closer there, I'll definitely show folks where we are. Being so thankful to have this, you know, on my radar screen. So when it's time to depart from my vocation, I will have a new community, new activity, and, you know, prayerfully, you know, my YouTube journey continues to grow, and I can't believe that, you know, I get to be an aviation YouTuber. Like, you know, that is just so crazy to me. And I'm part of the community where, you know, I know other aviators from, I think Dan aviates, he flies a Cirrus Vision jet, amazing aircraft. You know, we've gone back and forth a little bit, and it's awesome, you know, to see this professional pilot fly this amazing platform to some student pilots who are just 10 hours in and who are still figuring it out. I love it. I mean, I have my tribe, and it's awesome. And so I just can't wait to do, you know, fly-ins. There's one in Pine Bluff, still on the fence, just because it's close to my daughter's birthday. But, you know, my daughter's probably gonna, well, I don't know what this was. My daughter's gonna start doing stuff. She's gonna be turning 21, so she's gonna be like, look, dude, you do whatever you need to do. for Pine Bluff, Arkansas, Black Pilots of America. They've got a fly-in. They do Oshkosh, you know, you name it, Sun and Fun. You know, I want to be that brother that's doing all of that stuff. Had to move that cord out of the way. So yeah, I want to just do all of that, meet people and hang out and ask people to, hey, can you fly me in that? You know, can I feel what it's like to take off in that? There's this guy, Wolf Pilot. I want to go out and meet him, fly in his airplane. There's some people out in Seattle, like Washington. Ginger, can't wait to fly with him. One Dog Geek. You know, I just know, like, I'm just going to do a tour, like, look, I want to come see you. You know. And then there's still two people I want to fly with, Wendell Holland and Bryce Isaiah, my survivor peeps, and any other ones who want to fly with me, you know. So there's just I get excited just thinking about it. Like, it's just, you know, it's just awesome. So all right, so you can see we crossed the Susquehanna River and we're now flying on out. And as you can see, the plane is trimmed nicely, just letting it fly. And that's the thing, like, the trim is like there's this little tab on the back of the airplane, so the elevator works like this. And so there's just a little spot on the back where you just kind of control a little bit, and it gives you a little, just little movements that allows you to, you know, do stuff like, you know, the nose, the pitch of the nose here, but like really refined movements. And so that's how the trim works, basically. All right, mixture's full, ridge carpet is on, taxi landing light is on. Gettysburg traffic, Cessna 94006 over, flying the field for a left downwind for runway 6, Gettysburg. All right, looking for downwind here. Oh, okay. We hear you, we see you, I got you. All right, stay coordinated. In Gettysburg traffic, Cessna 94006, turning final, runway 6, Gettysburg. Not too bad, not too bad. That wind shifted on me a little bit. Had a little bit of a tailwind, if you can see the windsock. But still not a bad landing. All right. All right, let's see if we can't find these daggone fuel pumps. All right, so we're gonna shut this on down. I'm at the fuel pump here, and gonna get some gas. And wow, that thing got off in a hurry. Anyway, gonna get some fuel and you know, handle my business. May even go in here and go to the bathroom. But welcome to Gettysburg Regional, and I thank you for flying with me. It's always a joy. All right, Russ can fly. I'm out. Peace.